here, Bruce Ray is talking about a father who was getting no place with his child until he finally one day pulled his son's pants down to use the rod. And so he's saying, look, if you're spanking through diapers and things you can't get through, your child needs to feel it, such that causes grief and sorrow, followed by sweet submission. He says, today, that father who learned to take his son's pants down is rejoicing. He doesn't have to spank his son nearly as often, and the spankings are much more effective. His son is already much more obedient. Biblical correction works. This is the kind of thing that escalates beyond just conditioning of like spanking to control behavior to get through to your child's heart. This is what it looks like for Bruce Ray. He says, one day we took Susanna, his daughter, to the bank and the teller gave her a lollipop. She wouldn't say thank you, so we made her return the lollipop. Then we took her outside where we talked to her, spanked her, and loved her. When we took her back into the bank, we promptly went through the whole thing again. Susanna still refused to say thank you. As the day progressed, it became apparent that this would be a very crucial test in her life. Susanna was the most stubborn of our children. She was determined that no matter how many times we spanked her, she would not say thank you. For 3 long days, we put her into situations where she knew she had to say those words, and when she didn't, we spanked her. Those were the 3 of the most miserable days of my life. I didn't know what else to do except to persevere in consistency. Finally, on the 3rd day, she said it. What a time of rejoicing for all of us, and what a change in Susanna. She was so happy that she phoned one of the women in the church and said, Aunt Nancy, I obeyed. I said thank you, and now I am happy. He has another example in here of a little boy who gets spanked and then goes back and asks for more because he doesn't quite feel clean. Ginger.hubbard talks about waking up her daughter from a nap after kind of this all-day punishment session to spank her, and then her daughter feels good because she feels clean. These ideas are connected with a concept of parents not just controlling behavior, but somehow through their punishment, through consequences, through their force of will, controlling a child's heart. And the interpretation that these experts arrive at, that this is a good thing and good, I think really reveals the lack of curiosity, because the assumption is that a child who, after 3 days of being spanked for not saying thank you, is relieved and happy in their heart that they said thank you, has maybe had the attachment disrupted there and is looking for connection with a parent. But these resources that are entirely theoretical, based on a very specific method of biblical interpretation, require parents to trust them on faith. And they'll even say that. Ginger says spank on faith. Trust that in some mysterious way, while you are working on the buttocks, God is working on the heart. She says that in her book. Parents, this is not something you need to take on faith. You can use your God-given brain to look at what we know the impact of spanking to be. You can make different choices.